felt inspired to jump on quick. Felt like I was being, like something inside me was just like, get on and talk about this quick. It's really late. It's 1:46 in the morning here on the East Coast, and I'm just laying in bed, and I'm thinking about children and what a blessing they are, and how we just blindly give our kids to the system. So the first 7 years of life, children absorb things like a sponge. Why is that? It's because they're in theta and delta brainwaves, which is like a very hypnotic trance state. And they are very open and receptive to new information. They're being programmed, okay, the first 7 years of their life. And so we just give our kids over to the system 8 hours a day. What is it? 6, 7, 8 hours a day to the schooling system, right? Where they just teach them whatever. And 95%, that's just my kind of guesstimate. But I mean, I've heard numbers tossed around, but probably about 95% of what they're taught is a lie. It's not based on truth. Not taught, and they're all taught the same way. Okay, and kids none of us learn the same way. Meta learning is actually the process of learning how to learn. We're not taught how to learn. We're all just forced into like repetition learning. Repeat it and repeat it and repeat it. And guess what? Yeah, that might work for a short period of time, but you end up losing that information. That's why, what do you remember from school? Nothing. Because we're not taught how to learn how to store information. We're just force-fed crap that is meaningless and pointless. And rewind a few years before even getting into school, we blindly trust our medical professionals that are indoctrinated themselves, right, with the health and well-being of our children, and we vaccinate them. And vaccine injury is drastically underreported. Only about 1% of vaccine injury is reported. I'm a medical assistant, and I did my internship at a pediatric clinic, and I wasn't even taught about VAERS, the Vaccine Adverse Events Reporting System. Like, there's an entire system to report vaccine injury to. Why wasn't I, as a medical assistant working in a pediatric clinic, why wasn't I taught about VAERS? Okay, but we just blindly go with the system, right? We just do what we're told. We just conform. We get our kids vaccinated. They get injured. They start acting out. They get ADD. They get ADHD, hyperactivity. And then they say, well, now we got to put them on meds. They tried that shit with me. I broke those chains with my son. My mom, God bless her soul. I love you, mother. She's still here. She's not like deceased or anything, but she had my brother put on medication, and to this day, he's still on it. And it affects him, not in a good way, right? And they tried that with Amadeus. Try to say that after sitting for over an hour in a tiny waiting room, he was moving around a bit. Okay, he was like 3 at the time. And she tried to say, I'm going to give you a number to get him on meds. He needs medicine. And I'm like, no. By the end of that meeting, I was breastfeeding both Amadeus and Leilani. And I just looked up at her, and she was looking at me, and I said, yeah, I'm different. And so I broke those chains. I will not have my children put on any type of medication. But we throw them into the system. We blindly trust these other indoctrinated individuals like myself. As a medical assistant, I was indoctrinated. Okay, vaccines are safe and effective. It's just the thing to do. Just do it. Here's how you inject them. They don't teach you about what's in them, about the system to report vaccine injury. They don't even teach you that vaccine injury is a thing. That's why most doctors, if a kid has a reaction, you bring them in, they're like, it wasn't the vaccine. They don't even consider it, right? And then we send them to school. And that's just the way it is, because we have to go to work to pay the bills. And so we have to send our kids to school. So we have to blindly give them into the care of somebody that's not us, that did not birth this child into being, the spiritual being into human existence. And we have to just give them away into the care to be indoctrinated into the system. That's all that it is a fucking system teaching us to be one way, to conform to that system. And we just accept it because that's just the way it is, right? No. It's not the way it is. And it ends once we all take a stand and wake up and take our power back and stop vaccinating and start to homeschool, create time and financial freedom from home so that you're able to do that, right? But that's pretty much it. I was just like laying in bed thinking about this. It's sad, really. I was talking to a friend earlier as well about vaccines. Like, I talk about it. Yeah, vaccines are poison. Vaccines are poison. For me, it's like a way of life. I didn't vaccinate. I was blessed, fortunate enough through what I call divine revelation, that I woke up and I did not even have Amadeus vaccinated. I think he might have got the vitamin K, and that was it. He didn't even get the hepatitis B because there was always somebody, pictures or family visiting. I was going to do it with the pediatrician when I got home. Something told me within a week, and I decided not to vaccinate. I started researching, and that was that. But it's a way of life for me. So when I really think about it, like, it's human genocide. What are they doing? You know, where people are blindly trusting these indoctrinated individuals who only have the best intentions, right? They're taught that it's for the health and well-being of these children, and they're blindly just following and conforming to that system, and then it's a ripple effect, and everybody's just conforming. This is just the way it is. Don't question it. Don't step out of the status quo. Are you crazy? Are you nuts? No. We're not the crazy ones. And I won't conform to the system. I'm creating a new system. That's the way I see it. So I think Leilani's waking up, so I'm going to jump off and go tend to her. So I hope that somebody gets something from this. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Holly. Hi, everybody. Hi, Ashley. I hope that you're having a great night. I'm usually not up this late, but truth, love, and light, y'all. I'm off this. Leilani's awake. Namaste. Bye.